I did want to touch on the Maresca piece, though, about setting, like, to me as a leader and as a coach, when the players have to be able to trust what you say. And, like, it has to mean a ton. Like, because if you're going to say something, it has to be, like, what you believe in. And especially to your point about going public, that I think the only thing that Maresca's really kind of missed the boat on is saying these players are out. And hey, if you say they're out and then you can get the board behind you to pay Arsenal to take Sterling, although it's not a good, in my opinion, business move, but as a coach, at least you're proving like I'm going to follow through with my word. But then to come back, 2 weeks later, 3 weeks later, and then flip-flop with Chilwell, it's one of those things I feel like if I'm a player in that dressing room, is it going to be a big deal? No, because they probably all like Ben and they want him around and they think he's good, so like he can contribute, and they've been playing with him for a while. But I think in the back of their mind, they'll remember that as a point of like, is everything he says true? Can you? Because to me, you can't act like the end all be all and then bend or break after that. It's actually one of the things I respected the most about people like Arteta. Pep's done it a few times, obviously, and doing it with players that are quality and sticking true to it, even if in the short term it could hurt you. I think Ten Hag actually did it with a few players as well. I don't know if he actually did it with Ronaldo, but there was that kind of spat type thing.
Well, he did it with Sancho.
You're right. He did it with Sancho. That's who it was. Yeah. That whether you agree with the decision or don't agree with the decision, I believe most professionals and most grown adults can at least respect the person for sticking to their convictions, especially when you get the pressure from the media, pressure from supporters, pressure from the board. Like that to me is what makes good managers elite, is that they believe in a certain thing and are willing to see that all the way through. Maybe there's new information that changed Maresca's mind, but if that's the case, I mean, it kind of just proves I feel like he might have jumped the gun in terms of saying that. Maybe you think it, probably not something you go out and say, because also, too, what's the point of saying it? Because I don't think it helps your transfer situation, right? If you say he's not in our plans, all that tells other clubs is, oh, great, I can get him for cheaper, opposed to, hey, we like Ben, but we have a lot of options at the position, and we would be open to selling him potentially if the right offer came in. Like, if you really wanted him out, if that's me, that's how I'd approach it. But in terms of the game, Chelsea's, I just feel like you don't know what Chelsea you're going to get week in and week out. Some weeks they look absolutely amazing and they're rolling, and then some weeks they can kind of squeak by, and then some weeks they fall on their face. But I do think it's slowly working. What are they? I think in like eighth place or ninth right now? Yeah. What are they? 2 draws and 2 wins, I think.
2-1-1.
2-1-1. So it's still early. They have the players to do well, especially with the lack of competitions that they're in, and then leaving out like Cole Palmer and stuff from the European roster. So I think that they will make a run at the top 4.
This might be the first time that I actually say Erik ten Hag has done something right, because I think he should have hit Maresca. And same thing with Thiago Motta at Juventus, who said Weston McKennie is not part of his plans, and then Weston McKennie starting for a Champions League, is they should have never drawn the line if they weren't absolutely sure that was going to be the line. That was going to be the rule. Because the way that Ten Hag handled it with Sancho was he never said, like, he is no longer part of our team, we want him out, blah, blah, blah. He just said, like, he needs to apologize to me. Our relationship is not great right now. He knows what he needs to do or whatever. And until then, he's not part of the...
But he apologized, no?
And then he apologized.
And then he brought him back into training.
And then, yeah. But he never said, like, he's no longer part of our plans. He's out. I want him out. I want him transferred or whatever. He just said, like, we've had a situation. He knows what he needs to do. And then eventually they came to terms or whatever, and they were fine. But he wasn't like these guys who supposedly drew the line and then flip-flopped.